Mike in New York.
Hello.
How you doing? Thanks for waiting.
Matt, Don, how are you?
Hey, doing well.
Okay, just wanted to share some experiences with you. I grew up in Jamaica in the Caribbean, and I'm telling you, the impact that slavery had on Jamaica and Christianity is unbelievable. And I actually remember going to high school, and this is public high school. We were all forced to do Bible knowledge. For some odd reason, I couldn't pass. I don't know why. I guess I just couldn't get it. But I couldn't pass the class. And I don't know if you know, but Jamaica has, in the Book of World Records, Guinness Book of World Records, the most churches per square mile in the world.
Wow.
Okay. And, I'm telling you, it's just shocking to see how people just completely ignore any kind of reason or anything whatsoever. Because they want to hold on to this thing. And it's as a matter of fact, I had a discussion with my wife. She's a born-again Christian. I would describe myself as an agnostic. And, I said to her, I said, look, I'm going to bring you through a series of logic and arguments. And I said to her, listen, the brain I have, this is the only thing that I have to explore or to reason reality or anything. And if God gave me this brain, that means it should work the way He wanted it to work.
There you go.
So I give her the example. I said, listen, if your child was supposed to go out on the street and you told your child, don't go on the street, right? If you saw your child going out there, would you try to save your child, prevent her from getting killed by a car or something? She said, sure. So I said, okay, well, likewise, Adam and Eve. God made Adam and Eve, so He must have seen that they were going to eat of that fruit, right? So why didn't He stop them?
Oh, yeah.
It's
such a silly little story, right?
It just doesn't make any sense. She's telling me, you got to read your Bible. When I started reading the Bible, I got even, back on the slavery issue. I started reading the Bible, got up to what is it, Numbers 31, I think, 16 to 18, something like that.
Yeah, everybody stops there.
It's crazy because what is this thing with virgins? Holding on to the virgins. These people were pretty much going to be used as sex slaves.
Yeah.
Keep them for
and
yourself.
The obsession with foreskins is kind of ironic too.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that don't make sense.
I just can't get it. And this whole thing is you have to have faith. And I'm saying you can say I have to have faith, but what's the point in fooling yourself that you have faith? It just doesn't make any sense. I just can't get it.
I agree.
Yeah, it's like Dan Dennett's having belief in belief sort of thing. It really doesn't have any value, I think. I've often thought of faith as a liability, right? If you're believing stuff that isn't true, then you're hurting yourself, and you're better off believing things that are true. And Matt said things even more eloquently than I have. So this whole idea of faith as a virtue is just flat ass wrong.
If you go out to my YouTube channel, it's youtube.com/sansdeity, SANSDEITY. As part of the Patreon project that I've been doing, I just put out last month a video that talks about faith in a variety of forms. Doesn't cover everything about faith because there's some aspects that I'm going to talk about in other videos, but it's a look at it. This idea that it's a virtue is to me just ridiculous. Because faith isn't a way of knowing. It's not a demonstrable path to truth. It's not reasonable or reliable. Faith is the excuse people give for believing something when they don't have a good reason.
Exactly.
It's a great way to get conned.
Yep.
And my neighbor, he's a Seventh-day Adventist. We had a short discussion and we started talking about dinosaurs and men coexisted. And he actually this man is a scientist. He's a scientist. He actually said to me that he believed that dinosaurs existed and they were created by genetic engineering. And I just stopped talking. Right away. Because they're trying to find some kind of explanation.
Is he a pharmacist?
You talk about
I got a pharmacist.
you talk about the people who believe that men and dinosaurs, live together, and the old joke is that they must think that the Flintstones is a documentary, but it sounds like a friend of yours is like combined Flintstones with the Jetsons or something.
It's unbelievable. It's like like a child holding on to a blanket, for comfort, and they don't want to let it go, even though they know it doesn't make sense. They still hold on to it, to adulthood, and it's unbelievable.
Yep, I agree. Thanks a lot for the call, Mike. We appreciate it. And
okay, Matt, Don, you guys doing a good job. All right, keep on listening.
All right, thank you.
All right, take care.
All right.